started working here at BBC Shetland. I had all sorts of jobs growing up. I worked in a cafe, I worked in a salmon farm, I worked in a crab factory, and then I went away to university in Glasgow to study journalism, and luckily enough the job came up here at home. I applied and was lucky enough to get it, and so now I'm a broadcast journalist here at Radio Shetland. This job involves all sorts of things. So you're a broadcast journalist, first and foremost you're a reporter, but more than that besides, you're editing, you're scripting, you're producing and presenting programs as well, and not just news programs either. We do a whole range of feature shows here, so I've worked on film and history and music programs as well, which makes it pretty varied. I think to work in news you have to be curious above all, and also determined. There's times where you have to get that story and it takes a lot of work. So I went away to university and studied journalism, and that was how I was planning to get a job in the industry. But you need more than that nowadays as well. You need experience, and so it's about volunteering for your student newspaper or your local radio station, and speaking to folk in the BBC as well. Don't be scared to come forward and ask someone, even if you don't really know them. Chances are they came up through the ranks the same as you're trying to do, and they'll be willing to give you a bit of help and advice with your application as well. I think for me the future holds probably one of two possibilities. I could, like others before me, work my way up here at Radio Shetland and go on. Others have left here to work in Glasgow and London and Guernsey and do other things with the wider BBC. But I think I see my future here in Shetland. This is home for me. I'm quite settled, and it's a great patch to work in. As you can see, it's an amazing place, and so I think I'd like to stay and climb the ranks here if I can.